Hello and welcome. I hope that you're all doing well. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at React props, which are a way of being able to pass data into the components that we've created in order to make them more dynamic. So let's go over to the code and take a look at what that means. So in our code right now, we have this product component. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a prop into this component in order to have it print out a specific product based on what is provided to it. And the process of doing this is actually quite straightforward. In the brackets here, we're going to provide as an argument a specific value, which I'm going to call props. Props will take in any value that you give to the tag of the component, and it will utilize that in the actual execution of the code. Now we can get this output into the tags using a special notation, which is these brace brackets here. So I can do the brace brackets, and then I can put in the props that I want to reference. Now, props works a lot like an object with properties. So basically the way that it works is when we take a look at the actual tag here, we can provide to it different component values. So similar to the way that we put in classes and IDs in HTML, we could put in something like name, for instance. So I could say like name equals test. And then in the JavaScript code, I can reference props.name in order to get the value of this name that is provided. So the way that this would work right now is it would say product test because props.name is declared here as test. And to just verify that, we can go over to our code and see that it shows product test. So you can see that it actually shows the specific name that I've provided as a prop. And that's really the general idea of props, is that we could just provide various different properties into this tag to allow it to utilize those inside of the code. And you can reference like multiple different properties. So we could have like name equals test. We could have cost equals 250, for instance. And then what we could do is we could say something like this. We could say product name costs props.cost. When we do that, we can come back over and you can see that it says product test costs 250. So you can see that this lets you actually pass dynamic data into these components, which lets you build up more dynamic components compared to the static ones that we've been working with so far. So this should hopefully give you a better idea of how we can pass data into these various different components. So thank you for watching this video. In the next video, we're going to continue to discuss some different things that we could do with React in order to create these more dynamic interfaces for people to interact with.